It has been an absolute enormous pleasure to be a commissioner and to be part of this process. And I echo Paul's thanks to Lewis and Philippa and the rest of the team who've been so wonderful to us the whole way through. I mean, I just think the report is so rich in ideas and so full of ambition for what we believed FE could be. And I think it also created, for the first time, certainly in my experience, a really fundamental UK-wide conversation, which I hope continues, where we looked at the best in each of the parts of the UK and synthesized that, I think, into a report which is leading, I hope, to a new, reinvigorated sector that can realise its own potential. As a kind of former college leader, there are two areas where I was particularly, I mean, I love all the recommendations, but there were two in particular where I felt as a college leader, as a former one, these were ones which really kind of sang to my heart. I mean, the first one was that concept of a networked college, and Peter talked very much about the links that needed to be built with business. And I think that was one of our big themes, was the need to create very strong and robust alignment between colleges and employers and economic development in their localities. And it's really, really crucial, I think, that we see colleges become key partners in local economic development ecosystems, so that they can provide the training and the preparation for the workforce that is based on their own deep knowledge of techniques, of systems and of trends, and a deep knowledge of what the local economy needs. And also a new partnership which is lifelong with students. I think it also means, in terms of that networks, that we bring about a better collaboration. And you know, we talked there about there has been a culture maybe more of competition in the training and education sector rather than collaboration. And again, I think the report is seeking to create collaborative and complementary networks where we see more specialization in colleges, less generalist approaches, and we recognize those specialisms. The second area which I just really did sing to my heart was the concept in recommendation 3 of the anchor institution. The fact that we believe passionately that colleges should seek to be at the heart of placemaking. And I think the report sets out a new direction that cuts through the lack of clarity and the misunderstanding which are so often associated with colleges, and instead has a vision for colleges which has a significant role in placemaking and therefore transforming lives. And I think what we're trying to do is seek to have colleges leverage their position and power, which they haven't always done very well, allowing themselves not just to get into the room where decisions are made, but to own the room and to demonstrate how they own that room. In my own case, and in my own college, we took a very hard decision to locate what was to be our cutting edge innovation centre on a peace line in West Belfast. That was a contentious and a very difficult decision. And what happened was that we made a very bold statement on two lines. One, what we said to those local communities who were living in difficulty and divided, that they were good enough to have this keynote building built in the middle of their community. But what it also did was create a space where other institutions could then locate as well in those, therefore regenerating a very difficult part. That process earned us the ability to get into the rooms where decisions were made in Belfast and to be recognised that we had a place in place. And I think the very best of FE does that and demonstrates it all the time. So as Paul said, we all talk about this is the time. This is the time. And, you know, maybe COVID has been a desperate thing, but maybe COVID gives us some wind to our sails in going forward. And what we need now is for FE to grasp it. So thank you. And it's been brilliant to be part of the process.